At 43, Jenny Ryan isn't just a familiar face on ITV, she's a presence people have come to depend on, a figure of intelligence, wit, and unwavering charm. So when a quiet, emotional moment recently sparked rumors that she might be saying goodbye to television, fans didn't just react, they felt it. In living rooms across the country, hearts skipped beats, and social media became a storm of concern and speculation. It didn't happen with a dramatic announcement or a breaking news alert. It was subtle. A reflective glance, a longer than usual pause, a softer tone in her voice. To viewers, those small shifts carried weight. They suggested something more than just another day at work. And as the footage circulated online, fear crept in. Fear that the woman who had been a steady, reassuring presence might be stepping away. Fans began replaying episodes, noticing tiny details they hadn't before. Her slightly slower walk to the podium, the flicker of fatigue behind her smile, the composure that had always seemed effortless now seemed hard-won. It wasn't that Jenny was fading, it was that she was enduring. And that endurance, quietly and powerfully, resonated with everyone who had followed her career. Sources close to Jenny revealed that going public was not a decision she took lightly. She wrestled with fear, not of the challenge itself, but of the ripple effect her news might have on those who loved her. She worried about becoming a source of sadness, about being defined by a struggle rather than by decades of accomplishment. But ultimately, she chose honesty, not for sympathy, but for connection. Her decision was about truth, about sharing what she was facing so that others could feel supported and not left in the dark. In private, Jenny admitted the nights were hardest. Alone with her thoughts, stripped of routine and certainty, she confronted emotions she rarely allowed herself to feel: fear, frustration, and a deep grief for the version of life she had assumed would continue uninterrupted. Yet even in those moments, she refused to let despair take hold. "I'm scared," she reportedly told a friend, "but I'm still here, and that matters." Jenny's colleagues became lifelines. Anne Hegarty checked in frequently, offering quiet empathy rather than empty words. Sean Wallace sent messages of humor and warmth that cut through fear. Mark Labbett reassured her of her resilience, reminding her that she had overcome challenges long before this moment arrived. Even Bradley Walsh remained a steady presence, helping her see herself beyond the challenge she faced. A brilliant mind, a trailblazer, a woman defined by her courage and accomplishments, not by circumstance. As treatment began, Jenny braced for the changes ahead. She knew there would be days when energy was fleeting, when confidence wavered, when the reflection in the mirror might feel unfamiliar. And yet, she made a silent vow. This journey would not erase her identity. It might change the path, but it would not define the destination. Her story quickly began to touch others in unexpected ways. Fans and viewers reached out with their own experiences of fear and resilience. Parents wrote about watching her with their children, inspired by her courage. Others admitted that her openness had prompted them to take action on their own health, booking overdue appointments, facing fears, and finding motivation in her honesty. Jenny had unknowingly become a lifeline for thousands simply by speaking her truth. Even with the gravity of the situation, Jenny refused to frame her experience as a tragedy. Instead, she spoke about perspective, gratitude, and clarity. The clarity that comes when life forces you to slow down and reassess what truly matters. "Time is precious," she reportedly wrote privately, "and I intend to use mine wisely." ITV has made it clear that there is no pressure, no timetable, and no expectations. Her seat remains hers, untouched and waiting, a symbol of stability amid uncertainty. Fans embraced that reassurance wholeheartedly, flooding social media with messages of hope, encouragement, and unwavering support. "Take all the time you need, we'll be here," one viral post read. As the chapter unfolds, uncertainty remains. The road ahead will be challenging, unpredictable, and at times overwhelming. But Jenny Ryan has taught the world an invaluable lesson. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, it persists, it shows up even when fear is present. Jenny is not stepping away from life, she is stepping into a fight. Armed with knowledge, support, and an unbreakable spirit, she faces this challenge with the intelligence, dignity, and quiet courage that have long defined her career. She continues to inspire not by claiming invincibility, but by showing the power of resilience, honesty, and authenticity. This is not the end of Jenny Ryan's story. It is a pause, a battle, and perhaps a beginning of a chapter defined not by illness, but by courage, strength, and connection. For her fans, colleagues, and everyone watching, Jenny's journey is a reminder. The people we admire most are human. They face fear, and they teach us how to meet it with grace. And in that lesson, there is hope, inspiration, and an enduring bond that goes far beyond the screen.